Hello guys, this is Romkart back with another video after a really long time, and today I'm going to review the Derpfest OS for Realme 6, 6i, Realme 7, Narzo 20 Pro and Narzo 34G. And the best part of this ROM is Realme camera. And all thanks to Meow Droider, whoever this guy is. So this is his Telegram, and this post is officially available in the Realme RM6785 Telegram group. So you can easily download this ROM from this official link of the post. You can just open this in your drive or directly copy the link and download from browser. You will also get the screenshots right here, and it's not like that one which only captures photos. It takes videos, and yes, in full HD 60 fps. Let's get started. So let's talk about the camera first, which captures the most of the attention. So yes, this is a Realme camera and you can record at 60 fps. So let me go to the settings. So here, if you go to the frame rate, you will get 60 fps and the resolution is full HD. And then if I back, you will see that it's recording at 60 fps and it's quite smooth. There is no major lag or something like that. And in photos, the wide angle camera is also working. So that's surprising because in custom ROMs, mostly in Realme UI 1 based custom ROMs, the wide angle camera wasn't working, but now it's working and you get 2x and 5x zoom only through the main camera. Now if I look for the macro, we have the ultra macro. And yes, this is also working just like it works in Gcams. And we also have the night modes, which is also working. So it's pretty good. And there is one bug, which is you cannot see the photos directly from here because there is no Realme gallery. So that's a little drawback, but the camera is working, which is the best part. And guys, the slow motion is also working, as you can see. Now, this is Derpfest OS 16.2 for Realme RM685 devices, which means Realme 6, 6i Indian unit, Realme 7, Narzo 20 Pro and Narzo 34G. And this is Realme UI 2.0 based, not 3.0, although the 3.0 is only for Narzo 20 Pro and Narzo 34G, however. So if I go to the settings, you can see this is the Derpfest version information, the ROM information. Here you will get the device specs, the Android version and the Android security update, which is of 1st June, and the build number. And if you go to more info, you will get the IMEI and the Derpfest version. And if I move to other settings, we get the Derpfest customization, which is the customization center of this custom ROM. So you can directly turn on the dark theme from here. For now, I will keep it turned off. And now in status bar, you get these settings like status bar, lyric and some more customizations. So status bar lyric is basically when you are listening to some music, the lyrics will be visible in status bar, which is pretty cool. And we get the system icons, custom logo, status bar icon color, etc. And we have colored icons, so you can turn it on to make the icons colorful. Then we have clock position, AM/PM style, etc. And in quick settings, you get the quick settings options like QS layout, QS panel style, accent tint, etc, etc. And you get the data usage and data usage cycle. Then we have the gradient. So in gradient, you have the gradient start color, gradient end color, and the gradient will be visible in the brightness slider and other sliders also in the UI. And then we have the notification, and in notification we have dynamic bar, which is just like the dynamic island which we get in the iOS, and currently I'm not using it. Then we have buttons, lock screen, spoofing. So in spoofing, you get unlimited photo storage and app spoofing and keybox attestation override. So you can install any custom keybox if you have. Then we have select PIP option for spoof, and we get the Google Play integrity spoof. Now we have miscellaneous. In miscellaneous, we have ignore window secure flags. Like in payment apps or any other secure apps, we don't get option to capture the screenshot, and by turning on this option, you can capture the screenshots, which is pretty good and a major advantage of a custom ROM. Then we have app lock and sandbox, then the settings dashboard icon and blur intensity, etc. So this was the about section. Now in display, we get the pop detection, screen timeout, brightness level, override, force dark. Like in some apps, the dark theme doesn't work. So if you turn this option on, it will override the dark mode and the dark mode will be working on that application. Then we have the lift to wake, tap to wake. Both of these are not working just like other ROMs. And also in ambient display, the wake device on pickup is also not working, which is quite surprising because in other custom ROMs it works. Then we have wallpaper and style, and the wallpaper and style UI is pretty much different. So yeah, this is the UI. You get the clock style, shortcuts, icons, then more lock screen settings, etc. Then we have notification modes, sound and vibration, and we don't get the increasing ring volume. In battery, we have the charging control, battery information, and in battery information, the battery capacity is broken, but we have the battery temperature, which is pretty good. So this is the basic battery optimization option that we get in the app info for every apps. And in system, we get the system updates where you can check for updates. And yes, it supports OTA if you have orange fox or pitch black recovery. Then we have the navigation modes, and yes, in navigation mode we have circle to search, and then we have the USB configuration, the backup, device diagnostics, etc. Now I tried to run the Antutu application multiple times and each time it crashed, and I don't think other benchmarking applications will work because it's the issue of the custom ROM. And I did not do any gaming review or something like that, but if you request, I will definitely make a detailed gaming review which will include multiple games as per your request. Now let's talk about the stock applications that we have. So we have the Accord, which is basically the music player. Here you will get the device files, and then we have the gallery, and we have James DSP, which is basically the equalizer, just like the Viper, where we can customize the music equalizer and many more settings for customizing the audio experience. And this is working, and we get the sandbox, and in sandbox we have multiple options. Like if we click on an application, we have sandbox option, and in sandbox option we have restrict internet, restrict storage, force data isolation, etc. And we can also use this for system applications, and here we have notification and vault. So the ROM is quite smooth, there is no major lags or something like that. The UI is pretty smooth, and we get the blur, and also in the home screen we get this blur option, and here we have wallpaper, widget, app list, home settings, and wallpaper effects, etc. So this is the basic overview. And now if you want a detailed gaming review or you want the benchmarks, you can definitely comment below. I will make a longer video which will include all details about the custom ROM. And guys, here's one thing I forgot to tell you about is the system integrity, and let's check the basic integrity. So this device have the basic integrity and device integrity. So most of the payment applications will work, so that's a good thing. Now for installing this ROM, you need a custom recovery. Like here I am using pitch black recovery. You can also use TWRP or orange fox. Then first of all, you need to remove the screen locks before proceeding to the custom recovery, because otherwise your storage will be corrupted. So make sure to remove the screen locks first, then flash the custom recovery, and make sure to take backup of your internal storage and personal files like photos, videos, documents, etc. Then go to wipe and go to advanced wipe, select Dalvik cache data and just swipe to wipe. Then go to install, and in install make sure to select the storage from this button right here. When you click on this button, you get options like micro SD card, internal storage. So if you are using a micro SD card, then it will be pretty easy for you. Wherever you have that file, just click on it. Like suppose this is your custom ROM, just click on it and swipe to flash. And after flashing is complete, just go to wipe and in format data type yes, and after typing yes, hit enter, and the ROM will be successfully installed. And after all that, just go to this button and click on reboot system. So yeah, this is it for this video. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a like and make sure to subscribe to this channel. I will see you very soon. Bye bye.